I'm trying to do here is find out something that I deleted the original of. I can't remember which video it was in, where I ran process monitor and I wanted to see how many events. It's got to be this one. But I wanted to see what was running in the background here. So I can repeat this experiment. I made a few changes. Okay, now that looks like one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these. That's the same so far. And notepad thing, control panel, and Brockman, that's here. And of course the recorder, which is there. Okay. So this is the same situation. Well, I could start it already. And I did about 10 seconds worth. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5, 6, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9, here. It's worse. It's worse than it was. This can't even stop. Win event publisher. Look, they're all the same. See that? Now, name not found the. Did you notice it said disallowed? That may have to do with the changes I made. Or something I did earlier. Oh yeah, I disallowed those a long time ago. But these are getting through. What I found this very strange thing. I was in this program, this thing, Chrome, and I lost this place where I can upload my stuff. So I created an account with RapidShare, believe it or not. They're back up for some reason. And I uploaded a file there, an exe file, my own file. And then I downloaded it. Not from the same account, but it probably would have been the same. I logged on as a different user, downloaded the file, and Chrome immediately said that it's malware and it's blocked. Right? I could do it again. I could show you what happened. Anyway, I thought, well, maybe that's after several hours. I go to my email. I explained this to my friend. His name should be anonymous, I suppose. Not like you'd know him. But you might, you shouldn't know his email. Hang on a sec. Okay. Here I explain what happened partly anyway. So I signed up with this RapidShare, okay? And you get your 10 gigabytes free, and that's fine for a tutorial on the backups. And I said, because if you download like an exe or something, then it's perceived as malware by Chrome. And it says malware detected for my own upload. So I copied that file that it had sort of not quarantined, but it marked as, infected, danger file, do not touch, delete immediately. And I did a file compare /v for binary, and there were no differences between the file I uploaded and that one that came down. And I have to restart that sentence. Anyway, given that it says malware detected, right, rather than something like untrusted download or whatever, I figured the only explanation is that it had to have malware. It had to have been malware when I uploaded it, because the download and the upload were the same. So I assumed that I wasted an hour already, and I tried all these scans, and I changed a bunch of settings. And I was going to tell you about the settings. And eventually, I tried it again, and it did the same thing. And you can say discard, like don't show me this message anymore. Like it's already been fixed. Chrome has already fixed the problem. You can discard it. But there's also a help selection. I click for help, and it comes up and it says that that message comes up if there's malware detected, which is what the message said, or if the site is known to be an untrusted site. Well, of course, a free download site is not going to be trusted. It could have anything on it. So it knew from the moment it started downloading it that it was going to bring up that message and block access to that file. So it could have told me that prior to me downloading it and wasting 5 hours trying to find out what the hell is wrong with my machine. But in all of that, I didn't totally waste that time, because I think I found something. What I should do is a system restore, so that I can go through the process again. But first I'm going to stop this and clip out a bit that you won't see, where I accidentally uncovered my friend's email. Okay, continuing on. In the meantime, after repairing the last part 0 here, I was going through some forums, and I started looking through the services and stuff, and I saw some stuff I had enabled. Turned off before and got turned back on. So I went and disabled a whole bunch more services. And now look at this thing. Well, not this one. Okay. Same as before. I'll clear this out. So it's still, still just SVC host. Okay. Now look what I'm getting. It's not that much activity going on. It only seems to be interested in one thing, and that's probably the only service I left on. You'll note that this here says that I'm not connected to the internet, or I'm not connected, to the network, whatever that means. Now, I don't know. She'll keep this thing going. It's already been going. Forget it. I don't have enough time. I had enough of these bloody scanners. I tried running this one. It's supposed to be a rootkit scanner, because I know there's something installed on my system. And And I keep waiting for it to show up again. I did something and I must have caused it to, some part of it to crash. And it showed up here, suspended, in a suspended state. And I think it was MCE or MEC or something, .exe. And I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Anyway, so here, this says I'm not connected. Well, let's see now. Well, I can get to Google. I know I'm going to YouTube. Let's see if I can look at one of my videos. Here's the one that never turned to HDEF for some reason. But, you know, I'm certainly able to use the internet. So, how come this is saying not connected? You know, I'm doing this while I'm recording. I can hear my voice and everything. So that's working. But really what's disconnected is the thing I don't want in the first place anyway. Which is I don't want a network. There's only one computer in the house. Right. So there's no file sharing or anything like that. You know, I'm not connecting to this is that one that I turned off again, like for the 12th time. Disabled now. I put it manual. This I don't know. I don't trust this one. This I don't trust. And the stuff that all of these things apparently have to do with Microsoft. This is Microsoft's got its own malware out there that masquerades as, you know, installed as various a service with a random name that's hidden, you know, because apparently because you know, they don't want the bad guys to see them. And I went and I found this GUID, and that was all like secret security, and I deleted part of that, and I think that's what stopped this thing finally from, I don't know, I'm not really sure. Like all these legacy drivers, okay, this could be something, I don't know, what are all these things? Process Explorer, why would that be a legacy driver? It may have to they may have to install themselves as drivers, but I don't know, you know. A driver can do anything, right? It's a system service. Like, what is this? KX Lift POB, you know? And again, it's the same GUID, the same one for the Microsoft virus that's not a virus. AEC well, I guess it must have been here. Something. And it had a subkey that was private. I wasn't allowed to look at it. So I had to change the permissions on the subkey, and then I just deleted the subkey. But I don't think that matters because I probably would have. I mean, I turned so much of this stuff on. I don't trust this either. what I was trying to say, I was trying to get to something before, wasn't I? DNS coin. Open the thing for this computer. What depends on this? Nothing? Doesn't depend. Oh, nothing depends on it. Something NetIO legacy. Oh, I don't think I want that. And that network store thing, I already turned it off. So I guess I might as well stop this one too. Oops. Did it stop? I'll start it and I'll stop it. Nothing seems to make any difference, right? I'm not using any of this stuff. No, I don't trust this either. A lot of stuff has been getting disabled. Now here, what do I need this for? Group policy. What groups? Mop. What's mop? Nothing depends on it. Well, if nothing depends on something, then what do I need it for? Settings configured for the computer using the group policy. Oh, if I use the group policy. Settings, well, no, I guess I do want that. I don't trust this. Key exchange thing. But anyway, that's not the thing I wanted to get to. It was the fact that, we'll find it eventually, that in Chrome here, I went to the settings, and because I figured that, okay, well maybe I can change the settings so that it won't consider my down. Maybe it has to do with the certificate. Maybe I can just allow one URL from that domain, from whatever, infecteddownload.com, whatever that place is I signed up to. Rapid share. And I went in here. No, I don't know, this is already expired. Now, this has to do with something called certificates. Another complication introduced for no reason whatsoever. Now, initially this box had 3 entries, okay? 3. It had something, I think, one of them was, I think, the Microsoft Hardware Root Authority, already expired, and didn't have this GoDaddy, and I think one of them was a VeriSign something. Intermediate means it's not known to be invalid, but it's not validated, right? Well, VeriSign, if it's VeriSign, then it's not going to be in this category, right? It's going to be trusted or fake. Well, this hasn't been determined to be a fake. There are fakes. Here's trusted and untrusted. You can't see it very well. It's better to look at the one. I even set this up in control panel. Let's see now. I did it all myself. It must have been here. And here. I used the help system, and it showed me how to add like a new thing to this menu. And that had to do with these certificates, and that it shows a bit more information. It'll ever start. Here we go. Yeah, so the one I added, I guess, was it here? Yeah, these things here. Oh yeah. Now I changed. They told me to. I removed these two. Allow user trusted root CAs to be used to validate certificates? No. Allow users to trust pure? No. Now, this is the default. I thought, like, when you read it, initially you read this, right, you see the word administrators, and if you're like me, you stop reading, right? But if you read it nice and slowly, allow all administrators and users to manage users' own trusted publishers, right? What do you mean, and users? Anyway, so I changed that. Only administrators. I don't know. I don't know if I did anything about these. But anyway, where are the? Was this the list? No. It's got to be in here somewhere. Something to do with precious validation settings. Maybe this. No. Oh, come on. One of these things. Maybe I didn't. Wasn't into that. Now, where the hell did it go? No, I don't know where it was. Public key, BitLocker, encrypting. Somehow I had that same. Okay, that was called. What was that thing called? Certificates. Okay, cert manager. It's FF. I'm telling you, it's the greatest. Alright, here we go. This gives you more information about why something might be untrusted, fraudulent, Mozilla, unknown, or untrusted, fraudulent, something first, hardware, user first, hardware, right? These are probably things that are supposed to be, I don't know, Skype. Here's a fraudulent VeriSign. Here's a fraudulent root authority, code signing package, you know? A fraudulent, and again, from this issued by something first hardware. And it's always hardware, and there's always like global root, something root. God knows what this is. And again, something hardware. And you could imagine that, like, what hardware is our devices, right? In particular, there's a lot of stuff to do with plug and play. You know, here's that thing finally. Non-plug and play drivers. Now, what would I have that's not plug and play on my system anyway? I don't have any legacy devices on my laptop, modern laptop. And there was a subdirectory here, and I finally silent install. Very, very good. Icon path. Now I could probably find that icon and see what it looks like. I certainly would like to put that to 0. I have no idea what this means. No display class. A class to use when there's no display. Property page. This is probably just to throw you off, you know. Class, description, sys class. There is such a DLL. I can look at it. Okay. System 32, sys class DLL. Do I have that? No. Sys class DLL. It's supposed to be a string value at 3003. Non-plug and play drive. Same as it says here. So it doesn't even need this, right? It's already in the default desk. Well, anything can be a legacy driver. And all these things, which are, half of them currently on Microsoft, are just phony legacy drivers installed by this thing, apparently. So I don't know. But you will have noticed, though, that the trace, the trace that's coming up with almost nothing. And one other thing before I go away, that's getting me all suspicious about this. One is, of course, that I actually saw this thing reveal itself, and then stupidly I didn't get its path. But another thing, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I remember now. In System 32, like one of the things, it might be here. No, it's EN or something. Just EN maybe. One of the programs that was taking up a lot of time it was System 32. Yeah, now see this? It says there's a subdirectory here. Now all these programs are like config programs that one would run to configure the system, like add services and whatnot. And for some reason, they've all been expanded into this folder. They're also in System 32, right? Anyway, one of these was running and taking up, using a lot of processor time. I can't remember which one it was, but this might have. I think it was this one, huh? Right? That's that WMI management console thing, right? Like a remote logon, let's say, is running this version of it. There is such a thing. See? But just in System 32. But the one that was coming up in the task list, using up all the system time, was this one, not the one that I would run. So it's almost as though there was some other, and it wasn't me running it, it was local system running it. Now what would local system be doing running one of these graphical user interface thingamajigs, right? And you remember, I don't know if you remember, but I remember recording a video and at one point saying, "Did you see that? Did you see that?" Like I'd seen something and it went away. Well, that didn't get recorded on the video. And I think that there's something or other has set up another desktop, and sometimes I see it. It's just like the Matrix, just like that movie, you know, where sometimes they make a mistake and you see the other side, the other world, the real world that's being hidden from you. It's almost like that. And this looks like that. Well, this is not explainable. Why was that program running? This is a graphical program, right? And I wasn't running it. Local service, which is a thing that doesn't interact with my desktop, right? It was running this, but there's, you know, it wouldn't, if the local service had to make a configuration change, it wouldn't run the graphical one. So I'm suspicious about why these things are here. What are they doing all extracted in this weirdo NUS directory? You know, I mean, look at all this stuff here. It's like it's installed its own. Somebody's installed their version of Windows, secretly and hidden from me. Anyway, so I just thought I'd rant a bit about that, and it's still a mystery. But one day, and it's gone now, but it's gonna come up again, because I keep going around and I keep turning things off and I keep like finding files that are being used that shouldn't be used and making them, you know, no access, right? And I think I hit one file and it caused it to crash, whatever it is, and it'll happen again, and I'll see it. And I'll find out where it is, and then I'll just delete the bastard. And this here, this is fine. I don't need a network, right? I only care about just being on the internet. So I don't have any internet connection problems. This thing is saying that I'm not connected to the network. That's all. Well, that's not a problem. I'm connected to the internet network. It's good enough. Okay, I guess I'll upload this, and if anybody has an idea, let me know. I forgot. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I said there were 3 things in that list, right? There were 3, and one of them was called root. Okay, the middle one, and these certificates, the unverified, the intermediate classification. There were three. One was called root, and it's all these things have see, I've deactivated all these, but there's something. There's come on, where is it? Advanced? Oh, okay. These are the requested purposes for this particular certificate. Okay. Server authentication, code signing, time stamping, etc. System component verification, and anyway, the root thing had everything in it. And again, it's better to use it that. Look at that. Cert manager. So it has a better resizable window. And now I tried to delete it, and it said you can't delete it, but I understood. Of course, I'm running it from Chrome, and Chrome is running from the little Allen, and not the administrator Allen. So I had to run this, get this thing up in the administrator view, or intermediate. Okay, now this is the view, and of course everything was on enable, and I looked at some of these things, and some of them had an extra bit here. I'm not sure what it means in the properties that would show up here, an OID, and I didn't click on the help, so extended validation. Not sure what that means. Anyway, so I just went and all these showed up when I removed the root thing. So either that root thing was masking these other ones, or a whole bunch of ones that somehow through the root thing were trusted. I don't think you can go from untrusted to intermediate, right? Once you're untrusted, that's it forever. I don't think this list changed. So either those just those were there and you couldn't see them because they were hidden behind the root thing, or they may have been. I can't. The only way, what I should do is do a system restore and do the whole thing over again and show you what the situation was. These are all third-party things. I thought I just saw the word malware. Trustware. You're going to trust something called trustware? Hey, this has a template. Don't know what that is. Add trust external. See, these are the things, the wording of things that it made me weary because, and I changed that setting to not allow things to make modifications on behalf of themselves, right? Because it looks like these things are kind of like a little, look, here's that user first hardware. Now this has got to be an untrusted thing. But where is it in the list? Enable now. What is this one? Third-party routes. I don't know. This thing, this issuer is like top of the line in untrusted certificates. Look, fraudulent. Now, of course, maybe that means that it's not really this issuer, right? I guess that's what that means. Maybe the issuer is valid, but these are grayed out because it's fraudulent. Like this one at least that says not. It's fraudulent. It's not Microsoft. It would be nice if it says fraudulent, not user first hardware. But who knows? How do I verify if this thing is thwart to personal free mail? What the hell do I want this for? Thwart to primary router. What does it want? Everything wants server authentication, of course. Well, there are no more servers or clients, sorry. Which is probably the reason why SUC host has found nothing for itself to do. Yeah. I would like to turn off RPC. I'm a little bit weary about doing it, but why should anything need RPC? Where's the remote? You know, the only remote procedure calls that would be done on this local machine, it's only one machine, would have to be from without, right? And I don't want that to happen. Probably everything will stop working, but I'm definitely going to try it. I'd like to get this uploaded first, though. And I'm already encoding the other part.